Me? I'd bite.
Mr. Turtle, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
Why, he's never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Owl, for he is the wisest of us all.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
A good question. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3.
If there's anything I can't stand, it's a smart owl.
How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
People don't think it's too much to make the rules. Ignorance and pretty in this cold-hard world. What if you don't have enough time to
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Custom Underground. This happens to be episode number 14 already
14
this season. And we are going to look at the finalists and see what everyone's been up to. We have progress pictures from Will and we have progress pictures from
Nick, Will and Nick, and the NWF is playing his cards very close to his chest, so we're really excited. I mean,
and he's also been silent on social media a little bit, so
this is a hard challenge.
Products.
Yeah, this is a hard challenge, and just to bring everyone up to speed, I know we haven't had a update here in a while, but what we ended up doing was giving all of the contestants a picture of Great Muta. And like about his attires, a couple options of Great Muta's attires, and they all got to choose kind of collectively which one they would like to do, and it was chosen that the Pirate Muta was going to be which one everyone was going to do. So if you guys aren't aware of Great Muta, the reason we picked him is because he is like a Japanese kind of luchador. I guess face paint kind of counts now. He wears a mask, but he's a very tough custom for everyone, and so we thought, even if someone made a Great Muta, there's probably a rare chance that they made that Great Muta. So I think we found the perfect character that's challenging enough. I'm excited to see what everyone brings to it. I think, facing...
These are the choices that they had to choose from.
Yeah, and so the third from the right to the left, or the second from the left.
And this is the one that they chose.
Yeah. There we go.
And for those of you who don't know, I'm the chosen one. That's Mad Reaper. We are glad to have another episode going with you guys. We have been busy as heck, both of us, traveling and doing lots of other things, but we're glad to be able to bring this episode to you and talk about the finalists. What I have seen so far, I am so excited from what Will's creating, what Nick's creating. These guys always bring it, and it just shows. Yeah, so that's what they're doing.
It's going to be a fun one.
It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be very tough. We were talking off air. Basically, you have to resculpt the whole entire head. So your choice isn't really as great as with some customs because, as you'll see, we'll show you here in a few seconds, you pretty much have to recustomize the whole entire head. So
yeah.
But Creature Will's posted the most pictures, and he's going all out.
Yeah, he's going all out. I mean, he's sewing the pants. He's got quite a trek
jacket
ahead of him. And what's crazy is that we're gonna see, although they're gonna be three of the same wrestler, I think that we're gonna see three very drastically different figures in terms of that really plays to the style of each of the customizers. So I'm really excited. Will set up high standards for himself from last round. That mask looks insane. Yeah. Just crazy.
Yeah, and so as you can see, it's pretty much, and those are the pants and the jacket that he's making. But as you can see, you pretty much have to resculpt the whole entire head, so head choices aren't as important necessarily. You want to get a decent expression and everything like that,
and that's just for the base mask.
See,
I mean, they're gonna go all out with the entrance gear.
He completely redid the head.
Yeah, that looks great though.
Yeah, he's really stepped up his game, and to think that just, last tournament he was doing G.I. Joes and just stepped into wrestling figures, and he's come so far in such a short amount of time. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and this is easily probably a 4-week figure at the earliest, and the fact
And this
that
is Nick's.
damn, I love that hit. I love the base hit. I don't know who he used, but
I don't know. Looks so familiar. Let's see if he says. No. But yeah,
I'm excited,
that's
though.
a good base hit, definitely.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so... Oh, there's the original head. You can see that.
Wow.
I like black and white, too. It makes it dramatic for figures.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't do everything in black and white, but a couple of nice black and white pictures goes a long way, so...
I'm excited. Yeah. I mean... And the NWF...
And the NWF, he is
he's going to pull it out.
He's going to absolutely bring it. He's our former Gift of the Gods champion, so I expect big things from him as well.
Yeah.
And it's really wide open. I can't imagine that we're going to have to judge all three of these because they're all going to be so insane that it's going to be really tough for each of our judges, but that is a good problem to have.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's going to be easier to the extent that they are the same wrestler, but it's not going to be easy whatsoever when it comes down to trying to score these different criteria to each of their styles because, what's detail in one clay could be detail in cloth and vice versa. So we're really excited. I mean, that's due this upcoming Sunday. On the 20th. And,
so this is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, so
2.5
a few more days.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll check in on them and see if they need an extra week, I guess, collectively. But this is a tough project because they're doing the entrance gear too, and what I kind of
you saw it. It's insane.
Yeah, what we've seen.
Mask.
Yeah, I mean the robe and everything. Like what we've seen is like people are really starting to put in all the extra bells and whistles on their customs, and it's cool because it's gonna kind of cap off with one of the kings of entrance gear, and that's Great Muta. So I'm really excited. No predictions whatsoever. I think either one of these customizers,
anyone could pull this off.
I really believe if they kill it in their style, they have just as equal of a chance as anyone because this is really stylistic here.
Absolutely, and I'm just so excited. And I think that whoever, I don't know. I mean, it's just so hard to even predict that someone might do this, someone might do that. Again, there's what we're looking at. So, I mean, that's insane. Not only do you have to make and kill a Great Muta, but then you have to kill the entrance gear. And I'm really excited. I think that this was a really great choice of insanity, of pick your poison meets mirror image. So they had to choose from the figures, all agree on one, and then they're all making the same figure. And it's really going to show everyone's style and who brings it and who doesn't. And it looks like they're all bringing it. So it's really from the get-go of this contest, everyone just came out swinging, and it's gotten more intense each step of the way. So I'm excited. And the things that they're doing now, I mean, the little bells and whistles to try just to get a little bit of an edge, I mean, wow.
It's insane.
I'm impressed by all of them. Everyone in this contest, we thank you for being a part of it. And to all the fans, thank you for following us and liking our photos and pictures and voting each time. So, and these final three, it's just amazing. I can't believe that two of them are going to lose because they're just that good. I mean, these are figures people would pay lots and lots of money for to have them on their shelf, and two of them are going to lose. That just kind of blows my mind. I mean, I know it's
no, it's crazy.
It's so good to think that two of them are going to go packing. So, and
it's crazy.
We could have our first ever double champion.
Well, I mean,
Gift of the Gods and Reaper Cup champion.
Yeah, in one season. I mean,
yes. Or the NWF could claim his second title and become one of each. So
yeah, he'll be the first grand champion if he wins.
But I mean, you can't count on Will. I mean, Will. We were talking about it. I mean, he was just doing G.I. Joe figures, and last season he's like, well, I'm gonna test out some wrestling figures, and wow, now look at where he is.
Yeah. Well, and it's crazy because last year NWF was in the finals with Gangrel up against Rocky Jabroni's Eric Young, and I feel like the NWF really has an axe to grind for, like, not that he's got a chip on his shoulder, but like he's really got, like, I feel like he's really pushing himself to prove that he is one of the best. What we already know, he's certainly one of the best, and I think this time he's really going for the blood. This whole tournament, this season too, he's been going for the jugular.
Season, if it had been Eric Young versus Eric Young, but you got the slightly jilted on the Gangrel, and it's hard to put up even a perfect Gangrel against a good Eric Young, they're just not fairly balanced, and that's why we chose what we did this time around, because we wanted to give everyone the same footing, and you can't say anybody has an advantage or anybody has a disadvantage, because it's all the same. So
yeah, and we're hoping that, like, for the final here, that everyone shows up too. So we'll actually have our first legit three-way dance or triple threat, and I think that's going to be a very interesting dynamic. Like, it was certainly interesting with Creature Will and Chargrove and CAW, and that was a very deadly triple threat. But I think for the finals, we're going to see a lot closer. It's going to really be like who's going to put in that much more work, because this will come down to one or two details. It might be... Yeah,
it's just going to be that little tiny extra detail someone put in.
It could be a difference between a wash effect and a highlight, or whatever little minor adjustment can be enough to differentiate you from the rest of the pack. And
maybe making clothes would be that difference,
Maybe.
And the actual cloth, that could be. So that's Creature Will's trying to get that edge, and I don't blame him, because he's going to need it, because these guys are all legit, and just so impressed with them, and they're such amazing customizers. Yeah. But more importantly, everyone in this contest, and especially our three finals, are so humble and willing to help others, and they could be
easily
jerks and everything, because they have the talent to do that, and it's not.
I already seen that Creature Will was giving tips for Nick on how to do the hands, I think. So I always thought that the Muda hand was going to be something that could differentiate Will, but Nick looked like he might have it too, which is going to be crazy, because that is going to add so much to your photography of your action figure. And it's going to be tough. For final submission photos, I think everyone's pretty used to it now.
About to say, so good.
But I know I've had to re-edit a couple images, and I think I've talked to Will about that, and then trying to find out the right proportions for Instagram. If you guys go ahead and use the image resizer or whatever you guys want to use, as far as sending them to me, it's not too big of a deal so I can make the graphics, but like the raw files, if we want to make sure that they can show up on the swipe right kind of images on Custom Underground, try to get it in that aspect ratio. I don't remember it offhand. I think it's like 1350 by 17 something. Either way, check it out. Make sure your images are like that, because otherwise you're going to get feet cut off, heads cut off, and it's something I've never remembered to mention until, like, hey, this is the finals here. So we're really excited for it.
Clear background. Preferably a lighter color, I think, would be better.
Just contrast, yeah. If it's white, do white, and then, use white balance on your photo curve to adjust so that the white looks white, and then the rest of your image should equal out.
Hey, attention, these are golden tips.
Yeah.
Could win you, because these are going to be so close that the photographs are all we have to go off of, and they could be the difference.
That's actually spot on, too. I'm glad you brought that up. That could very well be the difference. The difference between, like, a crystal clear photograph and not. We know the NWF takes some of the cleanest photos, and that is going to be a very hard mountain to climb, because, Will and Nick are both very great at taking photos, too, but this is something where I think you want to make sure you're giving just as much thought into that presentation, and hopefully...
Will's pictures, for whatever reason, come in blurry sometimes.
I know.
We tried to correct it, and we don't know what the problem is. They're clear on his end, and when they get here, there's a problem. So
I think it's Instagram, too.
Send the pictures in email, because Instagram and Facebook, they de-res the pictures sometimes. They mess with the pictures. Yeah. So definitely email them. If you need that address, always just send us a note on one of our many social media accounts or us personally, and we'll be sure to get that to you.
Yeah, that's a good point too. I mean, Instagram's resolution is really tough and spotty, but I think all of the finalists now know, and will know for send it my way. And if you guys need my email address, ask Pat or myself. We're really excited, and we really want to show what work you guys have done off as best as possible. So let us know. You know, like
Tell your work.
Chargrove last round was just like, hey, you know, it's a pretty simple paint scheme, so could you try to highlight as many of those photos as you can? I was like, absolutely, because I want to be able to do each and everyone's work justice, because we're a custom competition at the end of the day. So yeah, that's all my thoughts on the finals. I'm really excited. I'm really eager.
Yeah, I've like you say, take all these picture tips and take them to heart, because I really do believe that a picture could be the difference. You know, someone's just a little blurry or not very crisp, you know, because these are going to be amazing customs. I have no doubt. I've already seen the work in progress pictures we shared with you, and it's going to be tight. So make sure you sell your work the best pictures possible, because it's going to be super important. And it's important in every round, but it's going to be super important this round. And it's neck and neck, and I'm glad that I don't have to be in Vegas picking odds, because, yeah. If I had to bet the house on this one, I think I'd be homeless.
You got to take one of those Mad Reaper shots. Get up close to your detail. Take a headshot. Like, really emphasize your guys' paint work and all the crazy stuff that you guys do, because I do the same thing. You try to really highlight your work. Show us why, you know, we should pick your figure, and tell us what went on with it. And the more we know, the more we're interested in the custom.
That's a good point. Always when you're doing this, and I've said it on every show, I don't know that people take it to heart, but take work in progress pictures, because we can only appreciate your work that much more if we know what actually went into it, you know? So, you know, if you're sculpting, you know, like Will, take some pictures along the way, each phase, and kind of show us what you put into the figure, because that can only help sell your figure that much more.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I don't know. Do you have anything else to add?
I suppose if you're listening to this now, it's probably too late. But in future rounds, definitely do that.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably too late for that.
Just want to congratulate Mad Reaper on his awesome Dune shirt, the breaker of figures.
I didn't even plan that to wear it today, but
there you go. Show it off. Come on. Breaker of figures. There you go.
Figures.
Thought that was an awesome idea. One of the many that Mad Reaper has in his delusional states of tiredness.
That's very true. I figured, like, why not have a figure stabbing another figure with a screwdriver like Abdullah the Butcher? That only makes sense.
Okay. Well, with that note, I think that's about all we have this week.
Yeah.
I am the real chosen one. That is the Mad Reaper. It's our pleasure to bring you the show as much as possible.
See you guys Sunday.
See ya Sunday. Or before. You never know. Good night.